when somebody called my name, I just jumped up in excitement because I knew straight away that I was going to get everything that I was missing, like my dog. I was going to get to see my family and my friends, and so I also knew that I was going to run out on stage to a live audience, and I didn't get that going into the house. So I was pretty stoked and psyched about that idea, plus I got to see Kruger. Yeah, it was neck and neck, and I heard that in the last hours it kind of did a 180 on us. So, you know, I really like Estelle. She's cool. I think she's misunderstood, so I'm happy to lose to her. Her being in the game is more important to her and who she is than me being in the game. I've got things on the outside world that I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be great to throw another bloke in amongst the group. Hopefully he's someone similar to me so he can just fill in my shoes. I hope he takes B-Rad under his wing and looks after my boys B-Rad and Georgie Boy. And if he can get Georgie Boy to come out of his shell a bit, that's probably going to help George too a lot. So we'll see what he has to show and what he brings to the table. Yeah, you know, definitely I did show some attitude in the first night, but Big Brother quickly put me into my place. So a lot of people have said that I did a bit of a 180. I sort of changed the character that I walked in, and I became more like myself. The reality is, you know, I like to give people a little bit of lip every now and then, but it's not what I'm about. I'm a nice guy on the inside. In my definition, Sarah overreacted. In her definition, it was warranted. So that was the difference. And people always want to jump on sides, but what they don't realise is that I've upset somebody, and it doesn't matter whether I'm in the right or wrong. There's somebody that's hurting right there, so you have to try to put yourself in her shoes. There's probably some background that we don't know about that, you know, I've sort of pushed on those buttons and upset her. So I feel for her, and I still owe her a massive apology, one on the outside world, so that she knows that it's legit. It was too weird. Before Ava even walked out of the captain's quarters, Estelle knew that she was best friends with her. Estelle is 7 personalities in one, so I think that in a way I sort of refer to Estelle as a bit of a chameleon. She'll change to her environment, and I think Ava might be the same thing. So they've both come in, 2 chameleons have met and they've decided to join as Orange, you know, so they're the same person, they both sort of mimic each other, they'll dance around in front of mirrors and they just act like the same person, and neither of them are being themselves. It was probably Angie because she looked like one of my ex-girlfriends. So she was pretty smoking in my eyes, but then Ava came along and I was like, step aside Angie, and then, yeah. But yeah, at the same time, look, they're all good-looking girls. I don't really have a type of girl, so it was constantly in my head, I'm like, wait a second, Ava's hotter than Angie. No, Angie's hotter than Ava. And no, wait, Layla's hotter. What am I talking about? And they all just jumped through my mind, and it's probably Ava, but yeah, they're all coming in pretty close for second. Extremely difficult. It's why I've lost so much weight, I suppose. Yeah, it's a battle that I had to fight, and luckily Big Brother was on my side, and every now and then he'd give me a chocolate milk just to keep me happy and stop me from complaining. I've been a gym junkie, I suppose, since I was a chubby kid. So I was chubby at the age of about 14, 15. And then I decided this sucks, so I started doing running, and then it became an addiction. So ever since, I've been doing push-ups, sit-ups, running, all that sort of thing, but I wasn't as fit as I've ever been until I got into the Big Brother house, and I was faced with a diet of no chocolate milk and no sugar and no coffee and no treats and nothing but a gym to work out in. So things worked out in my favour. I got a tan in the process as well. 100%, especially my boy Ryan. Like, we bonded like we were besties for a while. So yeah, I'm going to catch up with him. Estelle, I'll definitely catch up with. B-Rad and Georgie Boy. The rest I'll be friends through association, but I won't be besties with them, that's for sure. Like, those are the guys that I bonded with, and they were the type of mates that I'd hang out with on the outside world. Oh God, Nicole, you got a good one. My animal, I think they did a pretty good job with the hyena. You know, somebody that sees an opportunity and takes it when it's there. So I'm going to stick with the hyena. Yeah, off the proverbial Big Brother, hyena, because it works. So yeah, no, I'm definitely a hyena in real life. Hardest part was just 5 weeks without my dog. You know, I haven't even done 5 days without my dog, and I didn't think it was going to hit me as hard as it did, but it hit me like a ton of bricks. There was like moments in the Big Brother diary room where there's nothing but silence. He's like, "Do you miss your dog?" And then you nearly burst out in tears because you're emo for the day. So yeah, I miss Rufus for sure. If it can be a person, I'm going to miss Georgie boy. It's like making a best mate and then having him taken away from me. So yeah, I can't wait for him to be on the outside. Hopefully he wins and then we can party with some of that money. I still wouldn't change a thing. Like, you know, being where I am now, I know that I made my friends. I'm a man of integrity, and I was me to the nth degree the whole time. I wasn't putting it on. I was showing that I was competitive, and it ended up working against me. But yeah, I'd probably try to bond more with the individual characters, people like Zoe, people like Josh that I never even spoke to, wouldn't even be able to say where they work or what they do for a living. So it's pretty weird considering that I've lived with someone for 5 weeks and don't know anything about them. I embraced it. I loved it. On the outside world, I get excitement every 15 minutes when I smash a case out, but in there, it happens 3 times a day, and when it happens, I go berserk, just like Tom Cruise. So I loved it. It stuck with me. I know that people were saying it as a negative thing, but I embraced it as a positive thing, and it's who I am, and I'm proud of it.